welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm dear darling. Shall we see what's going on our lovely island of Fawnhallow today, where we'll be relaxing as per usual. Late night episode because we had a bit of D&D, and also I recorded some Stray because I need to record some Stray. I also need to probably record one episode of Talos Principle. Either that or will just be uploaded super late. But yeah, I also need to record 3 more episodes of Animal Crossing, but I think that is something I will do more tomorrow because it's quite late already. Good evening everyone, right now in Fawnhallow it's 11:42 PM on Monday, October 14th, 2024. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to talk about today. I feel like I see that Mizuki 5 image also like in a lot of different communities now. Anything which has like tangentially related anime-esque sort of community, it's there. I don't mean that in a bad way, of course. This is sort of like, wow, I cannot believe how pervasive, I suppose, it ended up being. But nonetheless, we're here to not talk about that because we already spoke about it, honestly, at great length yesterday. We're going to talk about something else. I don't know what we're going to talk about, though. I'm excited for my holiday, though. Should be a nice break, relaxation. That's how you normally say that word. Anything interesting happened in this D&D session? Kind of like it mostly felt like building up, I suppose, again, into a combat session rather than much else. I mean, I always say there's not much, but, you know, it's not necessarily true. There's actually a reasonable amount of stuff that's happening, but a lot of stuff I can't say because my friends might watch these videos. I don't want to be like, oh, here's a plot point, etc, etc. A lot of very funny roleplay. Like, this wasn't even the group I normally cause the chaos group or anything like that. I don't know if I'm going to remember to give this to Amelia in time. We might as well try. So we'll try and remember to deliver this tomorrow. I don't know if Amelia's walking about. I wonder if, is it always the case that the person they request to give a gift to is never walking about? I don't know. Anyway, this is not normally the group I call the Chaos Group, but there's a lot of very silly roleplay moments, I think, in this session, which was certainly a lot of fun. No, okay, Amelia's in her house, that's good. That means that we'll be able to find her easily. I'm trying to think of it like, what was the silliest thing? I don't know. There's for some reason an ongoing joke where one of the characters is now asking very sort of deep philosophical questions about the meaning of existence to the automatons. So she's like, last 2 months? I haven't spoken to you for 2 months? Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, Amelia. But yeah, some very sort of like deep philosophical questions which automatons are not equipped to answer. But things like, oh, you know, have you ever tasted something like, oh, what do you think the meaning of life is? Yeah, you should try it. What is it? Very retro. I think it looks great. I don't even know what you're wearing. Isn't it also strange that when we give a gift to someone else that you are the one who gives us a gift for it? What are you wearing? I have no idea what you're wearing. I wasn't paying attention. It kind of works because whatever it is which is acting as the shorts or something kind of looks like you're wearing a skirt. It is the biggest tragedy how these Animal Crossing villages can't wear... I do see that Lily Valley, but now I've run past it so I can't be bothered to pick it up. Can't wear things like shorts and trousers, skirts, and the dresses properly. The customization levels will go through the roof if we're allowed that, but alas. I don't know if you're still here, Fauna. You are still here, luckily. It's a big surprise. Sorry I don't recall, it's a crazy thing to say. Especially because we took like 3 minutes to go do it. Yeah, what was I going to talk about? Yeah, I don't know. There's times to have very silly conversations. And honestly, it's surprising how often they happen in D&D times. There's one about a character having multiple arms. And then another character having multiple arms. But the thing that's greatest about it is the fact that I don't need to like facilitate any of it. I just sort of sit there and then it just kind of happens. I facilitate a bit, you know, I stoke the fire a little bit if I need to, if I feel like, oh, you know, this would be like a funny direction for us to go down. But if I don't need to, I don't need to. I mean, life is full of very silly and odd conversations. I'm trying to think of like what's the weirdest conversation I had that I remember. It's definitely very difficult to recall, but excuse me. I can definitely remember one very funny conversation, but a very weird conversation, but I'm not going to say that. Probably not appropriate for Animal Crossing. Let me think. I don't know. I feel like with my friend he's like the king of coming up with like very random and weird hypotheticals with no relation whatsoever to whatever we're talking about. Like he'll always be like, "What would you do if you turned around and there was like, I don't know, something random?" I think one of the times it's like, "Well, if you just turned around and then there's a whole alpaca just behind you or something," and it's just like, I don't know, or like some really random person, like I don't know, Wayne Rooney behind you. What would you do? And the answer is, I've got not the faintest idea of what I do. I mean, the answer I give to him in almost all the cases is I'd be very, very confused. I would not know what to do. I'd just be like, how did you get in here? What are you doing in here? Why are you in here? Probably also get out, but yeah. Just like weird hypotheticals I think are always a very fun thing to think about. I'm not really sure if I give, maybe I give some weird hypotheticals. If anything, I give like strange philosophical questions, which end up being like kind of interesting. Like I'm still very happy about the happiness donut and the sadness donut. Which if you don't know, I'm pretty sure there's the Animal Crossing episodes titled that, but the TLDR is like, would you rather be forced to feel the happiest moment you'll ever feel in your life or the saddest moment you'll ever feel in your life for like 5 minutes? It's something along those lines, I can't remember. But yeah, and there was and ended up being surprisingly divided of who wanted to feel the happiest or the saddest. I thought for sure most everyone would be like saddest, like but you know, I understand the points that everyone else made were the happiest. I love that philosophical question, by the way. I should ask more people it and see what happens. Anyway, have a bit of a stretch. I'm just searching to see if it comes up with anything. It really doesn't, unsurprisingly. I guess I could, because I searched donut the American way. What if I search it the British way? Weirdly, when I search it the British way, my video does come up. I didn't realise how long ago that was. Anyway. Yeah, I forgot what I was going to say. Yeah, so weird hypotheticals are kind of like always very interesting. And I don't mean the one like the interesting hypotheticals which make you question your life, your reality, your perspective on things and what you like to do or what you don't like to do, like things that make you really reevaluate your standing within life. I'm talking about the ones which make you just go, what? And I feel like I've certainly run into them much more frequently because of my friend, who just says the damnedest things, the most random odd things, and genuinely makes very little sense while doing so. At least in my opinion. I'm trying to remember some good ones. But they always go along the lines of, what would you do if you turned around, this was that, or if someone knocked on your door and it was XYZ. And it's either a person who has been randomly relevant to our conversations recently, or it's just like an animal of some kind, which would never be there, or something so incredibly strange you can't even understand. And I say they're interesting, not in the sense that they make you question who you are. They make you question the person who asked them, I suppose, if anything. Because you go, why did you ask that? Like, what do you want me to say? What do you want me to say when you ask me, what if you had a knock at the door, you opened the door, and there would just be 600 pairs of shoes sitting there? Like, I don't know what I would do. I guess I would have like a visual look at them first to see is there anything like inherently, not inherently suspicious, because obviously they're suspicious for 600 shoes, but suspicious and like there's not like a hidden, I don't know, razor blade or like phone or I don't know, like poison in there, or what's ever common word, like dog excrement or something when you light it on fire, or a person hidden there. And then I don't know what, I actually don't know what I do. It's not like you can, I mean, maybe you would report it to the police, or you'd file a police report being like, okay, someone just put like 600 shoes on my doorstep. That's kind of weird, abnormal behaviour. If anything, I'd imagine it might be a lot less pervasive nowadays, because people would have like Ring camera doorbells to sort of catch a thief. But what if you look at it and it's just like, oh, the camera recordings were corrupted? I don't know. But the ultimate goal is not, I think, to find out what you would have done to prevent it, but it's more what you would do if you were forced into that situation. Which does make, I suppose, inherently frustrating situations at the same time, depending on what question is asked, if it's something you would never do. But at the same time, you know, I suppose you can learn a lot about yourself from deciding what you do in that situation. I think at that point, you know, then I'd file a police report, I'd clear out of the way and make sure there's nothing like dangerous or inherently problematic, I suppose, about them. And then probably I would just like pack them up and like, I don't know, as long as they look like they're in good condition, maybe like donate them to charity. I don't think I would. Okay, here's a question. If they were in your size, would you keep any of them? I think I would be too paranoid and suspicious about them that I would not want to keep them. I would just be like, okay, let's just give these shoes away instead. And I don't know, there's some really nice ones in there, but even then I would be like, I really would not trust any of it, to be honest. Like, I think receiving random packages in general is actually, now I think about it, just very suspicious. Maybe I'm a little bit too paranoid. But why are you so angry, Fauna? What would happen if we talked to angry Fauna? You won't believe this. I was reading my book and I just got into a really good part. Oh, the plot twist. Sure I do. Let me vent off some steam. Oh, you calmed down very quickly. I was going to see what happens if you became angry. Like, every time they have those reactions and make emotions, I swear I've never managed to join in a conversation and have them also have that reaction, you know? But maybe I'm just selecting wrong options when I listen into a conversation. Ooh. Is this time to see? Nah, I can't be bothered. I sit here being comfortable. I'm trying to think of weird hypotheticals. I think unknown deliveries in general, or gifts in general, are very scary. Okay, scary is the wrong word, but it's more like the 0.1% of people who have bad intentions ruin it for the other 99.9% of people who have good intentions, right? Like, people just, if you're like a very famous, popular person, right, you would probably just like receive gifts from people, and depending on the scale of the level you're at, it's probably fine. Like, you know, Valentine's Days from like, or flowers and people in school, that's very normal, very safe, very not weird. But then like when you're an actual celebrity itself or something, just receiving random food from people, I don't know, part of me is just like, maybe it's definitely too paranoid, but it's like, what if someone poisoned the food or tampered with it? And also, I wouldn't even want to receive food, so I guess that's probably the worst part. Oh, we're very happy. Hold on. What do you say when you're super happy? So to Raymond, he said he could talk to me till the sun comes up. He's saying that he likes chatting with me so much that he loses tracks of time. Boo. Oh, okay. Right then. Why is it every time I talk to one of them, the other one loses their emotion? It's like we're quantumly entangled together to be in the same emotional position. Sorry. Weird hypotheticals. But yeah, another very common one is like, what if you were just like walking down the street and you saw someone, ex-celebrity, which I suppose is ironic, seeing as I was just talking about celebrities receiving all these gifts. Like, I don't know, who would be my number one celebrity I'd ever want to see, ever want to meet in person? There's not really many, I would say. It's hard to think of someone off the top of my head. I think it'd be really cool to see Victoria Coren Mitchell in person. I do love Only Connect. She seems like she'd be a fascinating person to talk to. But my default answer to this before was always Lauren Faust. Cartoonist, known for My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. I don't know. Mainly because I would just want to be like, yeah, you know, ended up being like a really cool part of my life. Thank you for that. And then just, I don't know, get tips about creating engaging characters or something. Now, when you take that, whoever you just imagined, and you take it into a hypothetical, like what would you do if they just knocked on your door and they were there? And they were like, oh, I'm here to see you, dear darling. I guess I'd probably invite them in. I'd be very confused about what's going on. I think 100% for sure, I would think I would be on a prank show or something, because I'm not sure, like, why. One, well, okay, very suspicious that she knows my name, I suppose, in the first place. Very suspicious that she found where I live. And very suspicious that explicitly those happened, and then she was like, oh yeah, let's go find her. I probably think I would be dreaming. I don't know, would I? I must be dreaming, pinch me. See, that's something that people say a lot in reality. What if that's ever happened in someone's dream? They're like, I must be dreaming, pinch me. And then it turns out they actually are dreaming. Probably surprisingly frequently. What would you do if that happened to you? If you were like, oh, pinch me, I must be dreaming. You pinch yourself right now and you felt nothing. And it turns out you were actually dreaming this entire time. You're just like that guy on Reddit with a lamp. Actually, that's quite horrifying, I don't know. That's a bit of existentialism, which I don't think I wanted at the moment. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this episode off here. So, if you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've been dear darling. Likes, comments, subscription, shares, greatly appreciated. Socials, Discord down below. Hope to see each other again, but for now, it's our farewell. So until next time, bye-bye for now.